Hey Capricorns, this is Hal for HCS Ultimage, and this is your divination forecast for the month of May. Hey guys, not a lot to report for this month. Just feeling real good, and I hope you guys are too. I think April was a good rebound month for a lot of us. So that said, really quick, if you want to get a personal reading from me, you can hit the link below to my website, or if you want an awesome DLC bracelet right here. Yep. So that said, let's get started for the Capricorn forecast for May. And yeah, they're telling me to get going. So here are overall energies for May. Okay. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's our first set because you know I love my sets. Okay. Oh my God! I knew I was gonna see. Yep, I knew I was gonna see that card. Okay. All right, so then we have a set of 3 here. And again, this is just overall energy, people. Like, this is... And it's funny, like, I felt like this was going to be an exciting... Okay, give me a second, because they want for me to turn these two. And I know you guys might be like, what the hell's going on with him moving his head and stuff? Since I feel spirit through my body now, that's how they prompt me through like the winking and the certain, like, I feel tugs and pulls. So it's like, don't get freaked out by that now, but that's how it's kind of manifesting since my spiritual ascension. Like, my guide communicates to me through physical sensations through my actual body instead of exteriorly through energy. Okay, so like, if you catch that stuff, don't be freaked out. But hold on, because they want for me to turn reaping first, because that's another thing now. Like, sometimes they just want for me to... Yep. Okay. Ah, very exciting stuff. Yep. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, big energy in May. Don't worry, I will show you the cards, but they wanted for me to see those first. Okay, so here we go. This is the card I knew we were going to see, 3 of Swords. But don't worry, it's paired with a lot of awesome stuff. Yes, it is. Thank you. Yeah, when you see me wink like that, that's my guide, okay? So I don't have a tick or anything. Like, it's literally when my guide gives me a confirmation now, he tends to do that. So, sorry. But yeah, 3 of Swords right there, paired with High Priestess and Queen of Wands, okay? So this really is showing an overcoming period, and I know I've been talking a lot about that, but this is like a big thing. And the funny thing is, I totally knew I was going to see this card for one of my signs, and they just confirmed that it was going to be for Capricorn, because I know I need this message too. But it's really interesting because I think we're going to be stepping out of some... Okay, I'm going to give you these immediately. With all of these together, 3 of Swords, High Priestess, and Queen of Wands from this deck, this one's showing self-harming or self-defeating tendencies, or when you beat yourself up about things, okay? That's what this one's showing. These two together showing the idea of moving past those kinds of habits or sensations and moving into self-empowerment, okay? So the idea is, and Capricorns always need this kind of message, when you're beating yourself up or kicking yourself around for things about maybe how you've been moving forward, whatever. Okay, yeah, they're showing me the card, the choice that comes later. So if you're being self-critical about certain choices you've made or are making or have made, then this is a good month to move beyond that kind of stuff and into better stuff with what we're going to be choosing for, I'm assuming, more our everyday life. But yeah, they're showing the choice a lot. So that's decision making in May is going to be a big thing. And okay, I totally needed this. All right. But again, like, this card again, don't get freaked out. It's accompanied by these, which is showing the idea of self-mastery. This in particular is showing the idea of... I'm sorry, you guys, that you're getting a big glare on the cards. I haven't done it from this angle before. I keep moving around the room. With Queen of Wands, it's about, you know, in this case, being able to feel more independent, being able to feel more self-empowered, to have kind of moved forward from self-doubt and criticism in this case, yeah. And the High Priestess is that energy of, you know, transcending energy, mind over matter energy. Okay, give me 1 second. And these are only the trump cards, guys. I haven't even gotten into the details yet. Here's the other trump card for the month, which is the overall energy of the month. It's Wheel of Fortune. So that's a pretty great card to have as well, and I do think it's a result of the overcoming energies that are present. And don't worry, I've already got the Reaping cards turned, so I really know where this is going already. But because that's the way they wanted it. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. In this version, it represents like the image of a tree house, which is the idea of like not only there being a variety of possibilities, but they're fun possibilities or enjoyable possibilities, okay? And like possibilities for good things. But again, it has that energy of playfulness or enjoyment around it. Okay. All right. Energy that surrounds us for this month. On top of everything else, yeah. Okay. And that one too. Okay. Yeah, we're getting pretty strong message at this point, guys. I was already kind of getting this vibe, and now it's really coming through strong. Okay. So here we go. 9 of Wands. Okay, then 4 of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. And try not to freak out about the images. Everybody's always like, we can't see the cards. The cards aren't clear enough, whatever. Like, don't worry about it. It's the message is the most important thing, guys, okay? And this is something I've learned more and more. These are just a canvas for my guide to give me a specific message. Yes, thank you. So it's like, really, it's just a canvas for the message. Like, he knows I respond to certain things more than others, so he gives me certain specific cards so that he can get me on the right path to the right message. Like, message comes from here, not from the picture. Okay, sorry, got on my soapbox there for a second. But the other one's Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles in this case is showing me the idea of traveling as far as like traveling to certain goals or choices, because again, it's all about goals and choices, and I'm getting even more of that with this. It's like we're moving on to new goals, I think. Yes, thank you. Moving on to new goals. I'm really gonna have to explain that winking thing to like everybody. Maybe I'll just make a general vid too, but okay. Yeah, it's showing me the idea of moving on towards new goals, pretty much. Yeah, because I'm seeing what, yeah, the choice is showing me that energy already, plus everything else that we're going to be getting, which you're going to see in a second. 9 of Wands. This is pioneering energy. This is the energy of going in it alone to new aspirations, new ideas, new habits or routines, yes. Because, okay, my personal example, I've been thinking of maybe joining a gym because I've never really done that. And I really want to kick my fitness up to the next level. But, like, that can be kind of scary for me since, like, I know I would have to do it alone, basically. So it's, like, it's that kind of a feeling. It's, like, the idea that you're making a choice where you're probably going to do it on your own or not with a lot of help. But again, it's, like, the idea of moving towards things that okay, because here's the other really important thing, and this is part of my lesson as well, so I like to give you specific examples through my own experience. You can't be self-defeating about things you want to do, okay? It's like the idea that you have to stop telling yourself no, okay? Because I know as Capricorns, it's really easy for us to do, right? Like to say, oh, I want to do that. No, don't do it. Be disciplined, you know, or like, you know, whatever else. Just stay in your loner stance and not make any moves because we're also very earthy. I mean, I'm super earthy, but yeah. So it's that kind of idea that you don't want to get stuck in your own self-defeating or self-doubting or those things where you go, but why should I do this? Like, who am I to want to better myself or other things like that? Or who am I to try and change my circumstances or my surroundings? Okay, because that's really important too. Because with this card in particular, it might have to do with a change that involves you changing some of your scenery, even if that is as simple as, you know, gaining a new kind of social atmosphere through something like joining a gym or a class, or when I say a class, it could be a dance class, it could be a language class, it could be anything, you know? But it's an idea that I do believe that right now, for the month of May, we are looking towards pioneering into new ideas, new activities or hobbies, new aspirations. Therefore, you know, you want to honor yourself with them instead of doing any more of the self-doubting, because sometimes it's just so easy to just say no to yourself, and I know that Capricorns were really good at that, because we like to be disciplined, but honestly, it's like, at the same time, it can be about fear of trying new things. Sorry, I know, Earth sign thing. Trust me, I've got tons of Capricorn and Taurus. I know the energy like nobody else. But, here we go. This is the last one of energy surrounding us. Yes, we still have our whole rest of our spread to go. Don't you love that log videos are back? All right. Then Four of Pentacles, which has to do with choice and decision making, because we didn't already get that in the spread. But yeah, so it has to do with making choices or decision making, and I've already touched on that a lot. But there you go, guys. Okay. And sorry, they wanted for me to literally show you the cards so you know I'm not bullshitting you. Whispering Heart, choice. Hold on. Choice. Do you see that? So that is the other choice card that's in Reaping, okay? Alright, here we go. Next one is Energy We're Bringing. Ha 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 ha! What was I just talking about this entire time? And as I always say, you can't make this shit up, people. Here we go. Seven of Chalices. What is this card? It's debauch. Yes. And what is that about? The girl has taken, you know, whatever, intoxications, poisons, etc. from the cup, and she sees her own sense of shadow. In this case, it's a little skeleton version of herself. But it really is that idea of, again, because I got to bring this card back because it's an important card for this month. Anything's about self-defeating or, you know, resistance for what you want versus what you project could happen. Because, again, it's that kind of energy. Personal example. I'm all like, oh my god, like, what if people judge me or whatever, whatever. And then I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, you'll never know unless you try. Alright? Because I know that the resistance is going to be there. And I mean, again, it's really super, you know, easy for me to know that since I'm part of your sign too, so I can give you an exact, you know, comparison, because I like to do that just so that way you're not like, well, how's the energy going to manifest? I mean, it could be any kind of variation of that stuff. But anyhow, again, Seven of Chalices, that's the self-doubting, it's the self-undoing, because again, it's just a projection of your own mind and your own resistance. God, I was thinking of the perfect word and then I totally forgot it, but it's being apprehensive. Yeah, there we go. Because again, it has to do with choices, changes, and the pioneering thing, okay? That much is true for everybody no matter how it manifests, okay? So it has to do with the pioneering, with the change of scenery or change of, or not even literally a change of scenery, but just new scenery or new atmospheres, new areas that you're entering, whether they're mental or physical, okay? All right, give me a second because we have more, obviously. All right, reflection. Very interesting. Okay, all right, they're giving it to me. The Chariot. They wanted me to focus on the horses this time. That has to do with moving forward then. Okay, so again, it's like with reflection, you need to think about where you want to go. And again, what your aspirations are in spite of your own... Okay. Sorry, they really want for me to push this choice card. So here we go. I am pushing the choice card. But it really has to do with, okay, I guess they're trying to say that, you know, because, okay, they're giving me the choice card because human element is a part of that this month. That means if you choose not to do something, it's actually going to affect your life or it's going to actually matter. It doesn't mean you can't ever do it again, but it's the idea that now it's the perfect time for you to use your free will towards something constructive. Yes, okay. Because that's the idea. Like, sometimes we have universal trump. That's when the universe's will outweighs what we want to do. In May for Capricorns, since we have so much of these choicey cards, it's showing me that human element is in play. You can't break the will of the universe, but when you're working within the framework, it means you can use your free will to constructive means. In this case, since they're focusing on the horses, it has to do with where we want to go, not necessarily where we're going to go in May, but where we're planning. It's like blazing your own trail. Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Okay, next is action. And what were we just saying about all of those, thoughts and choices and everything like that? What do we have here, I wonder? Seven of Swords. And this has to do with, okay, and not just the thought process, because, yep, they're showing me the extensions into the choice. Yeah, thank you. They're showing me the extensions into the choice. So it's not even just about, your game plan, but it's also about, yeah, making the choices into the game plan. So, okay. So right now, you want to be planning the plan and taking some concrete steps towards it. Just don't expect for everything to break immediately. Yeah, like, just take the first step. Dip your toe in the pool. Okay. Like, but don't avoid doing that. You have to at least do that, okay? But okay, yeah, because they keep showing me the choice card here. We're getting into reaping. You have to make choices and decisions in May. Don't just hold them off. We can strategize as much as we want, and we're master strategists, okay? But you need to start making moves towards the actual, yes, strategy. So in this case for me, it's like, stop bitching already and just join the gym and then figure the rest out later. For you, this will be, however this is going to manifest in your life, whether it's deciding to go for a certain class or deciding to ask a person out or deciding to do whatever. Like, you have to actually pull the trigger on something, even if the trigger is on a silencer, like even if the gun's on a silencer and it doesn't seem to have made as big of an impact as you're actually thinking. Yes, because again, we're thinking into the future. We're thinking of how our actions now can be of a greater benefit later. Yes, okay, thank you. All right. Okay, and here we go. Here are the rest of the reaping cards, because we've got a lot of them. Eternity, the immortal present. The return. Oh, yes, okay, totally getting that. So you know how I was saying about thinking about things, as they extend into the future? That's what the return's about. Reaping is showing that choices that we make in May can have dividends that they bear, later on. Okay, give me a second, because this is 3 cards together. Because I do that stuff. Here we go. Knave of Pentacles. Ascension into the Light. Sorry, the subname I can't even read on the screen. As above, so below. And Shambhala Golden Age, one of my faves from this deck. Alright, so, all together now. Give me a second, because I have to put them all here. Let me get a gander at them, guys. I'll show them to you again. Okay, so Shambhala Golden Age is showing, again, that energy of self-mastery, self-empowerment, because, again, it has to do with that whole idea, again, of stopping with the whole telling yourself no, and okay, sorry, I gotta show this to you again, and moving into those new situations or new goals in order to better prepare yourself and better apply yourself for future gains, okay? And again, like, the self-denial or the self-denying, rather, is really important to put into perspective, guys. I can't stress that enough. If you let yourself just beat yourself down and tell yourself no the whole month of May, you're not going to be able to get the return because you didn't do anything, okay? And I know that we're capable of actually making choices. I mean, we're pretty much natural leaders. So I don't think that'll be a problem, but just know to do it and not to procrastinate or make excuses. We're all composed of a lot of different astrological signs, okay? So, and no, I don't edit my videos. You're gonna see all of those be tripping over my words. Anyhow, real time, people, live. What am I gonna do now? Okay. But that said, again, remember, you have to make the moves and choices this month to get returns in the present and later. Okay. Knave of Pentacles, really important. And I gotta put these together so I remember they're speaking together here. Knave of Pentacles has this, like, Willy Wonka energy in this deck. The idea is to be a maverick, to be somebody who does something out of the ordinary or unexpected. Okay, they're having me bring this back in a big way. Don't care about how other people who, okay, maybe know you really well, are surprised by your actions or by your ambitions. They might go, well, that's not like you to do something like that. Yes, okay, thank you. You have to really just go your own way, okay? And again, don't worry about how other people will perceive it. Just say yes to yourself in May, okay? And of course, we mean in healthy, productive ways. But okay, and that being paired with the Shambhala Golden Age and Ascension into the Light, it's showing me the idea of you becoming more yourself because you will indulge yourself in your own ambitions and desires. And again, healthy. Okay? Just want to say that. But, sorry, these are glaring up because they're so damn glossy. But there you have it. So yeah, it's the idea that by honoring yourself more and being more yourself and, you know, stopping with the self-censorship in May, you will find that you can, again, gain a lot more self-mastery, gain some stuff down the line too, by making choices and decisions. Can't get out of it. And again, like, okay, I gotta say this too. The immortal present, eternity, is showing me that living in the moment is really important in May, which means you need to make choices in the moment and be spontaneous about them. Yeah, okay, thank you. So yeah, so definitely make choices in the moment, be spontaneous. I know that's not always easy, but you need to let you need to let the ideas and your mind manifest into the moment instead of thinking, okay, you're allowed to think down the line a little bit, but action is so important this month that I can't let you underestimate that. They can be actions towards higher goals, but you need to make choices and decisions this month like this. Just make them. Okay? No excuses. All right, guys? All right, so that said, again, I do personal readings. If you want one, hit the link below. Hope you do. You can check out these banging bracelets too, which are being hidden by my other bracelets right here. And I will see you guys later. Sounds like May is going to be an awesome one. See ya.